stop it first.
On their
Okay, so
phone.
everyone, good evening once again. So, are you all done with your assignment regarding the TikTok and the social media usage?
I did.
Huh? I do not think I was able to receive some of your works. But I have someone who texted me or who sent me a chat regarding her or his assignment. I was not sure. TikTok and the gaming, do they have negative or positive impact? It was Inda. So Inda already submitted her assignment. Inda, how about the others? Who is it? This one, I think I was able to receive one for Alfonso. Inda Alfonso. So only two submitted their assignment. Tristan. Tristan sent me a message last October 24. So it was last week, right? It was actually last week. So Tristan, I was not
Yes.
able to reply to your message. This is the only time that I was able to see it. So the assignment is actually about the positive or the negative impact of TikTok and other social media usage, right? So where is Inda as well as Antonio? Hi Inda, thank you very much for your assignment as well as with Antonio. So the rest, you were not able to submit it. And also, the old assignment was not also submitted by some of you. Only 4 students was able to submit it. So what will be the grades that I am going to give you, right? So you should be able to give it to me so that we can be able to check your assignment and we may be able to have some lessons regarding the different types of things that we will have to use when we are actually going to write a narrative, a story, or something like that. Right? Okay. So, who would like to read there among between Inda and Alfonso? Who would? But I do not. I cannot see Alfonso right now. I think it's only Inda. Inda, can you read to us your assignment?
I'm okay, miss.
Okay, thank you very much, Inda.
TikTok and the gaming, do they have negative or positive impacts? Hello everyone, I'm Linda, who will provide the positive and negative impacts of TikTok and games. Of course, there are definitely positive and negative impacts. First, I will explain the positive impacts on TikTok. On
Okay.
TikTok, we can develop the talents we have and increase our self-confidence to the public. Examples include singing, dancing, providing motivation, reading unique works, and other talents. But there are definitely negative things. Even so, we shouldn't use these negative things to make ourselves less confident, lazy about developing our talents. Sometimes people on TikTok really like to make inappropriate comments that cause a lack of self-confidence, comments that are dirty or mocking, even though they are not necessarily capable of being confident. These comments are what sometimes make us afraid to develop our talents. Sometimes it use it for spread viral news and embarrass someone. Now let's move on to game. Sometimes parents may think that games are something bad for children, even though games have several positive things. For example, calming a stressed mind, perhaps stress due to studying too much, trying so that we as children don't give up easily in solving a problem because in game we definitely want to solve a problem so we can win, but not all games have a goal to win, but more to finish something. The goal is to win a level in the game. Maybe one of the games where the goal is to win is Free Fire. Quite a lot of children play this game, both girls and boys. Here we play to increase a rank starting from bronze to grandmaster. Then, games also have negative properties, namely making children lazy to learn And also in games, sometimes there is full language that comes out if the team is lame or can play properly. But of all that, it is better for us to imitate good and positive things. If we know it is not good, then stay away from the action. This is a paragraph about the positive and negative of TikTok and game for me. Thank you. Don't miss.
Okay, thank you very much, Inda. As I listen to Inda, I can actually relate to Inda regarding the different effects or impacts regarding the usage of TikTok and other social media, right? So we can say that there are always two sides. There will always be a positive impact as well as a negative impact. So as I look at it, for the positive impact, we can be able to enjoy ourselves, right? In that we may be able to express our talents by simply showing by simply opening the TikTok. We can see that many students, many people as a whole are actually enjoying the TikTok, right? Especially in expressing their feelings regarding some regarding a song or a dance or in a dance, right? But then again, as I look at it, the only thing that is lacking for those people is actually a self-discipline, right? They actually have no discipline regarding how they are actually going to use the TikTok, because most of the time they cannot actually um, give time to or to other things such as some other priorities such like the education. They only want to enjoy, but they do not want to study. So that is actually for my perspective. As I look at it, I know that you are actually enjoying what you are doing. You are actually making yourself be able to express and show your talents, something like that. But without the self-discipline, okay, without the time management, how can you be able to focus on other things? We do not live with just simply having the TikTok. We do not live by just simply doing the or taking the other social media, right? But we need to even though there is the presence of the TikTok and other social media apps, we still need to proceed with our um usual things such as studying, right? By simply studying, we may be able to gain more knowledge. But because of TikTok, some students they tend to forget and they give more focus on expressing themselves but not giving emphasis on the learnings that they can get from studying. Do you agree with that one? Do you all agree about the negative impact, or if you look at it, which can be more, which can be more um which can the TikTok as well as the other um social media, what can it give us? Can it give us a positive, more on a positive impact, or more on a negative impact?
The more negative impact.
More on a negative impact. But if you know how to use our time, if you know how to actually give um, focus on everything that we do, it can actually become a positive impact, right? But because we do not have the discipline as well as the time management, we tend to forget the usual things with which we usually do, such as studying and learning. Do you agree with us in that? We do not simply live by simply showing our talents, but we also need to show all the things that we learned, or the learnings that we have learned from everything, especially from studying. But actually, I am very much happy because you were able to share to us your point of view. Very good about that one, Linda. How about the others? How about the others? Alfonso, would you like to share to us your assignment?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Okay. We will show us your. Oh, you may read to us your assignment.
Okay. What is the bad and the good things on online games and TikTok? Online games and TikTok have bad and good sides. On the good sides, both online games and TikTok not only fun but also increase my knowledge as well as English vocabulary and increasing my listening skills. Some games make us think and work together with friends, so it helps with problem solving, teamwork, and hand-eye coordination while also getting new friends. Actually, I spend more time on YouTube rather than on TikTok, and that also helped me learn new things through educational videos and tutorials. However, there are downsides. Spending too much time on games can lead to addiction, less focus, and less awareness on schoolwork or family.
Yes.
Moreover, YouTube can be distracting if we watch videos for too long or come across inappropriate content like violence content or bad words, which can be harmful for young kids. Playing games and watching YouTube video using gadgets will also affect our health. We become lazy, obese, have bad body structure, sleep disorders, and fatigue. Overall, balance is the key to enjoying these online activities. It is very important to use them wisely, set the limit, and make sure to stay safe when having fun on it.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much, Alfonso. Yes, I think the idea that Alfonso has was also part of that is also one of my idea, right? We both see or we both saw the negative impact of the of using the TikTok as well as the social media, right? So if you look at it, it can boost our confidence, right? But at the same time, it can actually um, make us becomes a little bit more, you call this one, careless regarding some things, because we tend to just simply focus on our on the social media as well as on the TikTok, but forget things that should have been given an emphasis, such as studying. I know every one of us really needs to enjoy our life, but it is not just the way we enjoy our life, right? It is not just TikTok alone that can actually help us enjoy our life. Everything will surely have its own time management. We need to at least manage our time wisely. We need to at least um, weigh the things that we do every day. Okay, regarding our health, don't you know that based on studies, most children nowadays they were able to get some diseases caused by computers, caused by the radiation coming from the computers as well as from always using gadgets. It actually one of those diseases that they can get is that they tend to seizure a lot, and then it actually is actually from their brain. It actually is the radiation as well as the by simply using the gadgets, it can actually affect our brain. So we do not like want that to happen to us, right? So time management, give time, do not overuse gadgets, do not overuse using TikToks or any other social app or medias. So you need to give um at least a time when you are going to use that one, and just a little bit smaller compared to what we usually do. If we do not have something to do, maybe we need to at least divert ourselves and not just merely focus on social media alone or by the using of gadgets. Right? How about Mark? What do you think about that one, Mark, regarding the positive and the negative impact of TikTok as well as of other social media apps?
So if I see on TikTok and games,
Yeah.
I see that they are very bad, but they have a catch. They also have good impact.
Yes.
Okay, they have their negative impact on TikTok and games. They have their negative positive impact. Games can be addicting, especially social media and
Yeah.
whatever. We know that playing games too much can be a negative impact, such as brain rotting your brain,
Yeah.
forgot our most important work, and so on. That's why we need to stop playing games or scroll social media too much. I mean, there's always some cringe sauce video in social media, and kids are watching it, especially make them easier to catch brain rot by doing something in social media without supervision or adult, which is not a good, which is not good for our mental. But that doesn't mean those are bad. They have their positive side. People are getting smarter and they may make games to be their job. They build their publisher, developer, programming script, maps, and more script, and so on. They
But
can they can make
do you
it.
believe that by using too much social media sometimes also affects the attitude of of the children
Yes,
in terms
if
of respect, in terms of
of course,
studying, right?
yes, they are because if they get too much, they may forget their homework or
In terms of
or
their behavior, especially. Sometimes they tend to get some bad they actually get bad ideas by using too much social media as well as by using TikTok. Online gaming can be very bad for every one of us because you can see that the students are becoming more wild. The students are becoming more, I do not know how to say it, but they're not becoming normal. They are becoming wild. They do not know how to um when they talk to you, they are actually shouting. Can you believe that one? They are actually shouting at you. They cannot actually see the difference between the elders as well as their age group. Sometimes they forget to give respect to the elders. They tend to get what they want without even thinking what will be the consequence. Right? So those are the things that we need to discuss. Thank you very much to Inta, Alfonso, and Mark. They can see the different effects or the different impacts regarding using or playing of online gamings as well as watching TikTok every day or every hour or every time, right? How about
oh
Tristan?
yes, they have their positive side,
Yeah, they can have a positive side. That
like
was
entertaining someone.
yeah, according to Inta, the positive side, with which I also agree, is that they tend to show they were able to discover their talents, right? In that, they were able to express the talents that they do not know they actually have, such as singing, dancing, acting, etc. So those are the things with which it can actually give us a positive impact. Yeah, watching videos for too long actually is not good for us. Right? Okay, thank you very much, Mark, Linda, and Alfonso. How about Tristan? What can you say about uh,
Okay,
watching TikTok and playing online games? What are the positive and the negative impacts?
okay. The positive is in the online games, like social connections.
Okay, very good.
Play with friends or meet new people globally. And the second one is cognitive skills, intense problem solving, strategic thinking, and hand-eye coordination,
I
and always
coordination.
entertainment. Endless
Okay.
fun and a great way to unwind. And the
Yeah,
bad is addictions. Can lead to exercise, playtime, and affecting sleep and responsibilities. And toxicity,
toxicity. Yes.
export to negative behavior and language in some gaming communities.
Yeah, that's what I am telling you earlier. The language that they are actually using is not good.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, they tend to become toxic because they can hear from their friends regarding some words with which it actually is not a good word. It's actually a bad word, right? Then
Okay.
okay,
And it's physical health. Extended gaming sessions can lead to sedentary lifestyle.
sedentary lifestyle.
And the TikTok is the positive is creativity. Platform for expressing creativity through videos and entertainment. Short engaging content to pass the time. And the community. Connect with people who share similar interests. The negative is addictions. Endless scrolling can consume a lot of time and privacy. Concerns about data security and privacy. And self-esteem can sometimes lead to comparison and negative self-perception.
Perceptions.
Yes.
Yes. Because you're thinking that you're not good enough. That is why you tend to think that I'm not negative things towards yourself. Right? So those are the things that we usually see. I know you know what are the positive and the negative impacts. The most common negative impacts regarding the online gaming is actually the addiction. Addiction. I actually have this. Uh, I know this boy. He tends to what we call this one. He tends to play a lot, and then if he will not be able to play a game, he will get wild. He will actually shout. He will actually go and uh, will scold at his mom because he wants to play, but sometimes there's no internet connection. Sometimes he has these assignments with him, but he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to study because he only wanted to play games with which he can actually what do you call this one? He can never study his lessons because he is very much keen to playing online games. So his study he no longer feel or he no longer wants to study. He only wants to play online gaming. Right? Okay. Thank you very much, Tristan. How about Honey? How about Honey? What can you say about the positive and the negative impact?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, miss. Uh, Positive effect of TikTok is TikTok can be used for learning new skills and creating an engaging learning environment.
Yes. The
And,
same with Tristan and Inda.
and TikTok can be a source of entertainment and fun. TikTok also can be a creative outlet for users and can be a way to make a friends. And negative effects of TikTok is TikTok can negatively impact mental health, especially for minor mental health issues can include anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and self-harm.
Mm-hmm.
Users can be cyberbullied for posting negative commentary. Tik- TikTok can contain inappropriate content that has led to bans in some countries. Teens may spend too much time on TikTok. TikTok can be dangerous for stalking, self-user data, and scams. TikTok can influence users to purchase expensive products.
Okay. Yeah, actually, my two daughters, they actually have this TikTok account. I myself has also TikTok account, but I do not post anything on it. I am just actually watching some videos. And then my two daughters actually wanted to post some of their videos, and they are actually looking at the comments. A comment can be a positive, a comment can be a negative. It can actually motivate you, it can also damage you or break you, right? Because by hearing negative comments can break you, it will actually make you become sad. Because you are being sad, you will become depressed. Because you are being depressed, you tend to get your emotional being will not be stable already. So those are the negative things. You tend to express yourself, you tend to get more friends online, but just one negative comment, it will actually break you. It will actually break you. I hope you are actually um, considering the negative and the positive effects of everything, such as the TikTok as well as the online gaming. So again, you must focus on your studies. Do not live for today, but live to get what you dream of. You wanted to be a doctor, then aim for it. Do not what do you call this one? Do not simply swap the things with which you can only enjoy for today, and later on you will actually suffer something like that. Do you believe about that one? Not everything can give us happiness. It can also give us what do you call this one? It can make us also becomes depressed, especially those comments that we can be able to receive from other people, especially the our so-called online friends, right? Okay, thank you very much, Honey, Tristan, Mark, Alfonso, and Inda. How about the others? How about Feby? Hi, Feby. Do you have anything to say regarding the positive and the negative impact of watching TikTok and playing online games? What do you think? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so who would like to share? How about Reza or Rayhan? If you do not have anything to say, maybe we'll have to discuss some of those things when regarding writing. So last time we were able to discuss um, were able to discuss some of the things with which we use when we are actually writing, right? We discussed regarding the verbs, the subject, and the predicate. Now, do you know what are the gerunds? Do you know what are the infinitives? They are actually a basic necessity when we are going to write a narrative or a story. So I would like to share something from you regarding some the gerunds as well as the infinitive, so that you will know what are these so-called gerunds. Okay, can you see our slide? Can you see our slide? So this is all about gerunds.
Yes.
So what is actually a gerund? What is actually a gerund? Who would like to read? What is actually a gerund? Who would like to read?
Gerund acts like a noun in a sentence.
Okay, gerund is actually a verb plus ing. You know what is ing? I-N-G? That acts like a noun in a sentence. For example, see. See is a verb, right? I am going to add ing from see. It will now become a noun which is actually a gerund. It will act as a noun, but it is actually a gerund. So seeing is believing. Run, run. I will have to add ing. Run is a verb. If I'm going to add ing, it will now become a noun with which it is actually a gerund. Running a marathon is not an easy thing to do. Okay, so these are the examples of gerund. What else? Watching. Watching TV is sometimes harmful. What is the verb of watching? Do you know what is the verb of watching?
Watch.
Watch, very good. So if we are going to use watch in a sentence and make that watch as a gerund, we only need to add ing. Okay, and it is now become a noun and not a verb already. Eat. Eat is what? Is it a verb or a gerund? Eat.
Verb.
Verb. If I am going to add ing from the verb eat, what will it become?
Gerund.
Gerund. So eating is always fun. Look at it. Eating is now our noun and is a linking verb, or it is actually a verb, right? My hobby is painting. My hobby is painting. From the root word paint, which is also a verb, with which I only added ing to become a gerund. She loves babysitting her sister. Okay, babysit plus ing. I like listening to music. Listen, from the word listen or from the verb listen. It is now becoming a gerund. It becomes a gerund by simply adding ing. I wasted all my afternoon by taking a nap. I wasted all my afternoon by taking a nap. Taking is actually our gerund here. I am afraid of singing a song on a stage. I am afraid of singing a song on a stage. Sing plus ing is singing, which is another gerund. It's very easy, right? In order for us to identify or to determine a gerund in a sentence, just look for a verb with which a verb was added by ing. And that is actually the gerund. Okay. Who would like to read this one? Who would like to read? Anyone? Shitya. Would you like to read this one, Shitya? Gerunds. Start with gerunds.
Gerunds
Often a possessive noun.
I read,
Yeah, you read this one. Eps.
Often a possessive noun or pronoun comes before a gerund. I hope
Comes.
that you don't mean
Okay. I hope that you don't
my
mind my
using your pen.
by using your pen. What is the possessive noun here? The possessive noun here is my. So a gerund can be written before a possessive or a pronoun. Okay? A gerund can be or often seen or used before a possessive noun or a pronoun. Okay? So I hope that you don't mind my using your pen. My is actually a possessive noun with which you, after the possessive noun, you use the gerund. The verb use plus ing. Okay? Don't be mad about my leaving early. My, another possessive noun. Leaving is actually our gerund. Okay, how about this one, Tristan? I don't want you misunderstanding. What is our gerund here? I don't want you misunderstanding. What is our gerund here? I don't want you misunderstanding. What is the gerund? Anyone? What is the gerund here? From the sentence, I don't want you misunderstanding. That answer. Hilda, what is the gerund here?
Sentence number 3. The 3.
Yeah, sentence number 3.
Misunderstanding.
Very good. How about you? What is you?
You is possessive noun.
This is a possessive noun. It's actually a pronoun. It's actually, yes, it's actually a pronoun. Very good in that. You will be amazed by my writing. You will be amazed by my writing. What is our gerund here? Anyone? Mark. What is the gerund from this sentence? You will be amazed by my writing.
Writing.
Writing. How about my? What is my?
My is possessive noun.
Possessive noun. Very good. Okay, how about this one? I enjoy blank draw as a hobby. I enjoy blank draw as a hobby. What will we place here?
Ing. Drawing.
Drawing.
Drawing. Yes, I enjoy drawing as a hobby. How about this one? She likes blank buy clothes. She
Buying.
likes buying, right? Children are fond of blank play with water.
Play.
Playing.
Playing. Blank dance is my favorite thing to do.
Dancing.
Dancing
Dancing.
is my favorite thing to do. I am upset at his blank break the rule.
Breaking.
Breaking.
Breaking. So it's easy, right? It's very easy. Always remember, a gerund is a verb with which we added with ing to act as a noun in a sentence. Right? It is actually a verb plus ing that acts as a noun in a sentence. So that is the usage of gerund. How about this one? Okay. So we already have that one. I already um, showed it to you earlier. So thank you. So is it okay? Is it easy regarding the gerunds? Can you actually remember what is a gerund now? Ah, if you will be asked, okay, Inta, what is a gerund? A gerund is actually a verb added with ing that acts like a noun in a sentence. So that is actually a gerund. When you will be asked, to give an example, you are only going to give a verb and then add ing. Buy is a verb. I'm going to add ing. It will now become buying. Tell is a verb. And then I will have to add ing. It will now become telling, which is actually a gerund. Ask. Ask is a verb and I am going to add ing. It will now become asking, with which it is considered as gerund. Do you have some questions about gerunds? Is it easy or difficult? What do you think about gerund? Is it easy or difficult? Ah? Nobody is answering? Do you think it would be difficult or what? What do you think? Is it easy or is it difficult? So another thing is infinitives.
I
Infinitive.
know.
So yeah. You do not know? A gerund is what? Is it difficult? If you are all, if you have seen a verb and then you will be asked to make that verb as gerund, what are you going to add? How will you make gerund? How will you make a verb becomes a gerund? Ah, how will you make a verb becomes a gerund? By simply adding what? By simply adding Alfonso, what do we need to add to a verb to make it becomes gerund?
Infinitives.
Infinitives. No, it's not that one. We are going back to gerund. What are we going to do to make the verbs become a gerund?
uh,
What we need
Add ing or ing.
add. Very good. Add ing. So that will become a gerund. Very good. So do not forget, a gerund is actually a verb added with ing. And it acts now as a noun in a sentence, right? It will act now as a noun in a sentence. So if you are going to add a verb with ing, it doesn't work as verb now, but it will work as a noun. Okay. So this is infinitives. This is infinitive. So what is infinitives? What is infinitives? Who would like to read? Who would like to read?
Me.
Okay, Alfonso.
Okay. Infinitives. An infinitive is a verb combined with the word to. Most
Yes.
often, an infinitive acts as a noun in the sentence. Less frequently, it acts as an adjective or an adverb.
Okay. What are the examples?
I want to go home early today. I hope
Okay.
to be chosen as a member. I prefer to go there earlier.
I prefer to go there earlier. Okay. So an infinitive is a verb with which it is combined with the word to. So what are the verbs here? The verbs here are go, be verb be, and then another one is go. So since we added to before the verb, it is considered as infinitives. To go is an infinitive, to be is another infinitive, and to go, another to go is actually an infinitive. So it sometimes acts as an adjective or an adverb in a sentence, okay? But most of the time, it acts as a noun in the sentence. So an infinitive often acts as a noun in the sentence, but sometimes it also acts as an adjective or an adverb in a sentence. So you need to consider various rules in writing sentences. So this is why we need to know what are the infinitives, because it is necessary when we are going to write sentences. Okay? Especially when we are being to asked to make a narrative or to make a story or to make a writing regarding some ideas such as the using of TikTok, watching of TikTok and playing online games, what are the negative and the positive impact, something like that. So we need to consider this one. So what are the various rules when we are going to write a sentence? You have to explain your reasoning in detail. So you need to give explanation. We just simply do not write something, but we also need to explain so that the reader will be able to understand what you wanted to tell them about your story, what you wanted them to know about the story that you are actually writing. Another thing is you might wish to act as a teacher. You might wish to act as a teacher. A teacher actually helps you to understand. A teacher helps you eh, actually a teacher explains something, right? So that is why by acting as a teacher, you may be able to explain in your writing regarding some details of all the things that you wanted to say in your narrative, something like that. To leave for a vacation is my only wish at this time. A common mistake is in a relationship is not to trust the other person. Okay, so this is some rules. Look at this. To explain, to act, to live, and to trust. Okay, so these are all the infinitives. So these are some rules when we are actually going to write sentences. So you tend to make these infinitives becomes your noun, to act as your noun in each sentence that you are actually writing. Okay, you might wish to act, to leave for a vacation. So these are the infinitive. To trust the other person. So what are the other examples of infinitives? Help me to save the trees. To be mentally healthy, you must read books. Do you want me to fill out this form? Here is our to-do list. So everything with which it is accompanied, a verb accompanied by the word to, before the verb is actually the word to, it is called as infinitives. It is called an infinitives.
Huh? Samirah is leave. What's wrong?
all verb. They are actually all verb, right? And then if you look at it, it will become a noun for the gerund by simply adding what? By simply adding the word ing. To make the verb becomes a gerund, you need to add ing. Okay? And then for the infinitives, these are verbs with which we are going to add to before the verb to become an infinitives, and that will act as our a noun in a sentence. Okay? So what time is it? Oh, it's already 8 p.m. I'm really sorry about not able to finish what we are actually discussing earlier, because I am not actually quite happy about what happened, but it always happens, right? It always happens. The internet connection nowadays, especially in our country, because we have this weather right now, is actually not that stable. Okay? So I hope you understand. So see you again tomorrow for our quiz, I mean for our math class. And see you next.
Thank you.
Yes, you're
Thank you, Miss
welcome.
Amira.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye
Later.
everyone.
Hey.
Yes,
Later.
see you
Bye.
again. Can you can you who would like to close the
Oh yeah, because you are the host.
recording?
Auto
Yeah,
skip.
I am
Auto
the
skip.
host.
Oh yeah.
I
Use
cannot.
microphone, not keyboard.
Recording.
Yeah, who can close the recording?
Miss Amira.
Wait,
Miss Amira,
teacher,
because I gave
Yes.
the host to Miss Amira.
you are the host.
Yeah, I am the host, but I cannot. I do not know where to find it.
Try give me a host.
Yeah, who would like to be? Wait.
Me, me, me,
Ah,
me, me,
okay.
me, me,
Me.
Okay, I think it's not
Control.
recording anymore. Is it
No,
still
it's
recording?
still. It's still
Okay,
No.
so I need to
recording.
stop. Okay.